Hey, what's going on? Peek out here in Singapore. I wanted to jump on to get to know you guys, see what's going on. Um, you know, as always, I'm just shucking and jiving, doing stuff. I'm moving always. And yesterday was a little bit of a janky day because the day before, I think I maybe got like 2 hours of sleep, and I was a little delirious, kind of. Hey, Anitra, and I was trying to put two brain cells together and make sure things work, but it wasn't working. It just wasn't coming together. I got a shout out to Anitra actually because she's on here live and she was the one who helped me out of a jam yesterday. So I went to go see a chimp about some mail, and good God, I just could not get it together. And that's why I named this Tech Savvy, but not. I love technology. I've been working with technology for a long time. All of us have been in one capacity or another. And I was the girl they went to in high school, when Excel first came out and they wanted me to, play around with it and figure out, how to print color on transparency. Yeah, that's how old I am, okay? How to print color on transparencies because we needed spreadsheets and whatnot for the math class that I was working on. I was with my business teacher and she and I were like really cool, and she was the one who told me I should go into graphic design. Yeah, I didn't do that. I should have, but I didn't do it. But I've been that one that, kind of plays with it a lot and then tries to figure out how to work things, and I feel good. But as an entrepreneur, I find that my fuse is shorter and I don't have the patience and I don't want the patience. But I know I got to go through it anyway, right? It's a learning curve. It's one of those, growing pains because you don't know which apps work best until you try them. And when you try them, they test your patience and you're wondering why in the hell you can't find simple ass things on the app itself or the program, the online version, whatever, because you're just trying to get some work done. It seems really logical and simple to you, but for some reason somebody wanted to make it all flowery and fancy and stuff, and you can't find nothing. So yesterday it was about MailChimp. Obviously, it probably wasn't the best time for me to do it. It was almost like I was operating the computer while I was drunk because I was sleep deprived, y'all. I don't have any other way to describe that. So I was lucky enough to get Anitra on the phone with me, and we did a Zoom call so that she could see my screen. And I love my computer. I am not talking shit about my computer because I swear sometimes my computer can hear me, but she was being a little difficult. As in my computer, she was stalling and the screen would freeze and I couldn't figure out what the hell I was doing. And obviously my mind is going a mile a minute because I'm sleep deprived. My mouth is going a mile a minute. I'm trying to listen to Anitra and I'm pretty sure I drove her friggin' nuts yesterday. But bottom line is I needed another set of eyes to help me figure out what I wasn't seeing. Like, you know how you read the same page over and over again? You can't figure out what the hell the page is trying to tell you, but you've skimmed over it. You've read the same 5 lines over and over again. You can't figure out what's going on. Sometimes you need to walk away from it and do something else and come back to it so you can understand better. And if you don't have the time to walk away, you need to phone a friend. It's simple as that. You need to phone a friend. You need a lifeline. And Anitra was my lifeline yesterday. So we poured over all of MailChimp yesterday, and obviously she's been working with it for way longer than I have because she remembered where things were, and obviously it's been through a couple updates, and it's not where it used to be anymore, and it's not called the things that it was used to be. It took us, I don't know, Anitra, what do you think? It took us maybe an hour to find how to adjust the email template that I created. Now, mind you, I'm not that good, okay, with email lists and stuff. I'm getting there. I know it's necessary. I'm working on it. I needed to build a landing page yesterday. I needed to connect my landing page to MailChimp somehow, and that was where I'd had trouble. I think I mentioned this before. For Business Mastery Summit, that was the very first landing page with a MailChimp form that I'd ever created, and yesterday was no different. I had to create another one because my challenge is coming, y'all. Thank God I didn't decide to do it, on the 29th because I'd be screwed. But I gave myself some leeway. I'm supposed to launch on the 3rd, and here I am building the plan on the way down, and I don't know how to do some stuff. So I had to phone a friend, and she and I were trying to figure out why my Elementor page was not connecting the form to MailChimp, and we figured that out finally, and she tested it on my old page, okay? And then we created the same setup in the new page, and then we went into MailChimp because we found out that even though she signs up and I sign up, it doesn't get confirmed until we get the welcome thank you email, and I hadn't created those. So I went to create it, and it took us more time to figure out where the email was that I could edit or replicate than it was to figure out how to make sure that the links were in the right place for the form to connect to MailChimp. Man, I'm pretty sure she was just fed up with me by the time we were done, because it was like 1 in the morning by the time she got off the phone with me. But it was difficult. And I'm telling you, if you don't have a tech friend in your team, you need a tech friend in your team. You don't have all the skill sets you need to build a business from the ground up. I'm telling you right now, I don't care how long you've been in business. I don't care where in your business you are. You don't have all the skills. No one has all the skills. So that's where your friends come into play. The people that you associate with, the people that you trust, the people that are part of your tribe or part of your circle, either way. And you know what? Phoning a friend is not a bad thing. Phoning a friend means that, I don't know everything. I'm giving you a chance to showcase your skills and talents. And in the meantime, they're getting ideas for what other people might be having trouble with. Until you ask for help, you don't know what you don't know. And until you are approaching them for help, they don't know what an average client might not know. So this is helping them as well. Trust me, it is. Okay? Because when we do powwows and we do brainstorming sessions, I realize that, okay, not everyone thinks the way I do. My logic is my logic, and her logic is her logic, and sometimes never the twain shall meet. But by talking to each other, we get to share some ideas. We get to transfer some of that logic to each other, and we make each other stronger, right? So anyway, tech savvy or not, I'm over here trying to learn. And yesterday I was just brain dead. By the time I got the form to work, I couldn't figure out what the hell I wanted to write in my email besides thank you, haha. So I gave up. I basically shut down my computer and I walked away. I had to cook and stuff, and I had to pick up my daughter from school, all of that. I think I mentioned a couple episodes ago that I'd set my office hours up to line up with my daughter's school time, right? Well, guess what? It took me from 7 in the morning to 12:45 in the afternoon just to figure out the MailChimp. And it wasn't like it was some big major project. It wasn't like I wrote like a whole email sequence. I was just trying to connect a form and find where to edit an email. Two really, really simple tasks that took just way too long. And that's okay. That's all right. That's what those gimme days are for. So we got that sorted out. I put the computer away and I just couldn't look at it anymore. And in the meantime, I had to start another project. I had to start my interviewing process for the project that is in collaboration with the University of Cape Town. And to be honest, I've done 2 so far, and as I spoke to each person, I realized more and more, yeah, I don't know everything. I'm not meant to know everything. I'm supposed to learn new skills from somebody, and if I don't have people in my circles that I can learn from, I got to go out and find those people, which also means trial and error. If they're not already part of your tribe, means you got to go vet people first and then decide if the way they teach is in line with the way you learn. It sounds complicated, but it doesn't have to be. So that's why I'm saying both these people said, build your network, go out there and talk to people, communicate, make friends, get to know other people, because you never know when you're going to need their skill set. So your genius might be emotional intelligence, Pika, but Anitra's genius is back-end tech stuff and organization and time management. 3 things that I'm not that great at. I could be, but I'm not that great at, because that's not where my focus is. So imagine, if you will, you have someone like Anitra at your back, right? And you need somebody to handle the day-to-day nonsense because you want to go create, because you're hit by, creative lightning and you want to like spit out a whole course or whatever. I know my coach August disappears from, social media. Okay, her version of disappear from social media means she'll make 1 video a day instead of 5. But she'll disappear from social media for a little bit to be able to knock out whatever it is that's in her heart that's begging to come out, like a book. I'm telling you, she will knock out an entire book if you give her the chance. So you don't know what you don't know, and that's okay. I can't stress that enough. It's okay. But what is even better is if you have people around you that are geniuses in things that you're not so great at. Because together, y'all will go pretty damn far. I think there was a song by, I want to say it was Fabulous and Joe. I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure it was Joe. And he was singing about, he's a movement by himself, but we're a force when we're together. And yeah, that's what I want. I want us to feel like a force, because there is enough for all of us. We're not taking from each other. We're building together so that there's plenty for all of us. And if you think about it, the earth was created with enough to sustain all of us. It wasn't until we decided we need more than the next person that suddenly there was a shortage anywhere. When I think about abundance, when I think about how much I need to survive, I need enough to feel like I can survive. I need enough. Whenever I ask for money or abundance or opportunities, I ask for enough. I use that word specifically, enough. I don't ask for a figure amount. I don't ask for, I need 700 clients. I need enough clients to sustain my life. I need enough business to sustain my life. And if I think about it as enough, I always have enough. I always have enough. When I talk about, my friends, my circle, I have enough friends in my circle to make sure I always have what I need. Always. So I'm telling you, tech savvy or not, business savvy or not, graphic design savvy or not, you know somebody that has what you need, that does it for fun, that does it because they're obsessed with it. So why not tap into that genius? Why not use the people around you? And I'm not saying use like I'm using you for my own personal gain. No, trust me. When you employ them, employ their skills, you give to them as well. So why not? When I get a chance, I do pay people for their services. Otherwise, it's a mutual collaboration so that I give you and you give me and we both survive. We both make it. Anyway, that is my rant for the day. And that also means that I need to go look at the chimp one more time and write 3 emails so that I can go ahead and start promoting again. It's funny. August told me that I needed to build the challenge. I built the challenge. Then she said, well, when they sign up, where do they go? And where do you collect emails? And I was like, shit, okay, let me go build that. And then she said, well, once they, I'm sorry, from our, escapade yesterday, I realized that once they sign up, they don't get to confirm that they signed up, and I don't get to see the lead drop into my my list until there's a thank you email. So yes, we're building it backwards, but sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to reverse engineer everything because you need to find out where all the holes are. Okay? So don't beat yourself up. Get you lots of friends and see if you can't all win together. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.